get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is. We are back again, man. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger. Y'all, that's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that's out there working, everybody that's getting to the bag the legit way, everybody out there working their 9 to 5, y'all got something to listen to in the morning, man. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, but I just need you to do one thing. That's to stay out the way from me, man. That's it. Just need you to stay out the way. I'm not asking for a lot. When I tell you I want you to save your life, that's all I want y'all to do is just stay out the way. And we're going to stay out the way because we're just not trying to waste our life, man. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not out here to waste our life, man. Like, if you want to stay out the way, it's about time you start staying out the way, man. Like, a lot of us, it's time for us to do it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not talking to a lot of the youngins right now because a lot of the youngins, they got to go through their path as a younger person. And sometimes going to jail is something that wakes a lot of us up. So the youngins gonna do what they gonna do, man. We want them to stay out the way, but the youngins gonna do what they do. But I'm talking to the guys in their late 20s, early 30s, middle 30s, 40s. If you still in the streets right now, man, it's time to stay out the way, man. Come on, man. By now, you either a father or a grandfather. So you need to start chilling, man. Put your money to something legit and get your tail out the streets, man. It's about time to do it, man. Let's just smarten up. Let's not be crazy older dudes, OGs, unks, whatever they want to call us. Let's start making great examples that we official. And the first example we're going to set is showing them that we're not going to that place called jail, man. We staying out here on these streets, period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger game right here. So you already know what I need you to do with this one, right? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called My Celly Had Issues. Yeah, man. Crazy situation right here, man. Jail has a lot of crazy situations, man. But in this particular story, it's crazy. But at the same time, man, prison is a place where a lot of dudes come to, man, that's just lost. A lot of people come to prison, and a lot of us, and I'm going to say me, I was a part of that batch, man. Like, a lot of us didn't belong in there. We put ourselves in there, but a lot of people don't belong in prison, man. Like, you meet so many people through your walks of life when you're doing time that they're just the people that really don't belong there, man. Like, a lot of people really don't belong in prison, man. Like, when they put those type of people there, it's like, a lot of them can't handle it. A lot of them can't handle it transitioning from living a regular life that they was just living months ago to now living in a concrete jungle full of maniacs. A lot of people can't adapt to that. A lot of people can't adjust to that, man. And it just turned out all bad at the end of the day. But with that being said, we are on Susses 2 for this one, y'all. We on Susses 2. But it was crazy, man, because like around this time, this particular story right here, this is when I was in the non-privileged pod. And I can remember the process of going to the non-privileged pod. A lot of y'all might know because I said it in the story before, but like they made a pod on Susses where if you had a certain amount of charges for the year, you know what I mean, they was putting you in a non-privileged building. So it was a non-privileged pod / building. Either way, it was no privileges going on. And I remember I fit the criteria, man, because I just had 3 charges, which was 2 dirty ones and a stupid charge. I had 2 dirty ones and a stupid charge. So I had 3 cases, which were serious cases, man. So I was on my way to the non-privileged pod. Now, on my way to the non-privileged pod, they made a mistake and put me in a pod downstairs, which I come to find out was still non-privileged, but it was the #1 gunner It was capital #1 gunner pod. It was the capital of it, y'all. When I say the capital, they had every gunner that existed on Sussex 2 that caught charges inside this pod. And their punishment was not even a woman CO can work that pod. The booth, nowhere. They're not going to see women ever. And he was feeding them in. So they took women away from them. That was the #1. That was the punishment for being a #1 gunner on Sussex around this time, man. So they put me in that block. I complained about it immediately once I found out what was going on. I'm like, man, I see my homeboy here in the jump. He in cell. He's such a #1 gunner. They put him in cell 34. So not only they not seeing women, period. He's back there. He can't even see the booth. They put him out of existence. So his punishment was crazy. So he was like, yeah, man, they put us in here. So he telling me, so I holler at the CO. CO go check the joint. He come back like, oh, they moved you to the wrong joint. You supposed to be going upstairs. You know what I mean? So they moved me upstairs. So I make my way upstairs. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, go through this, man. Like, while I was in the pod before they moved me, like, dudes was telling me the rules, like how it is over here. Like, dudes were like, look, you only can get, when you go to commissary, whenever it's your commissary time, you only can order $25 worth of commissary. You know what I mean? And you only come out an hour in the day, an hour in the night. You know what I mean? So, like, it ain't no rec. They feed you in the building a lot. You go to child every blue moon, but they feeding you in the building majority of the time. Basically, it's some non-privileged stuff, bro. Like, it ain't nothing jumping up the bottom tier, top tier rec, the whole 9. So they ran that down. So as I'm going up the steps, I'm preparing myself, y'all, for that day, this dangerous voyage, man. And the reason why I say it's dangerous because, like, being locked in a cell with a dude this long is like, you never know how things gonna turn out. So for these particular reasons, you want to have the right roommate. You want to have somebody that's compatible and someone that you get along with, man. You don't want to have nobody in there that's going to get on your nerves about certain things. And they used to make it their business to make sure they'll put you in a cell like that. But a lot of times they don't. And I know me going to this non-privileged pod, I wasn't going to have no option about who my roommate was going to be. So I was just trying to get ready and deal with it, y'all, at the end of the day. So I went up the steps. I get in the pod. I go to the booth. The CO dude talking to the lady in the booth. She said he moving in cell 36. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm walking. You know what I mean? I go up the steps. I see dudes in there. They're like, Weezy! I'm like, oh, you in here? Man, that's crazy. See my homeboy. That's wild out. Man, that's wild. They like, man, Weezy, they dragging us in here, bro. I'm like, man, it's crazy, man. The only thing I can have in my mind was that you have to stay charge free for a whole 6 months. They didn't hit you for the year shot. 6 months. Get you on a reconsider list for you to get moved out that pod, which took another month. So once you complete 6 months charge free, they put you on a list that it takes at least another month for you to probably get out of there. So I was hearing those rumors too. So that's the only thing I had on my mind as everybody yelling and telling me it's whack, it's crazy, they dragging us, child, crazy, all this. I'm going in my cell, I walk in my cell. As soon as I walk in, I see a white dude, you know what I mean? Like, and I have been cellies with white dudes before, like in jail, when I was in the jail a lot. Not really in penitentiary as much. Like the times I have in penitentiary, it always been quick. Like, yo, my man coming in, and I'm trying to get compatible. Like I be telling y'all, so like I walked in, he's already in the cell, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, so when I walk in, I mean, he on the bottom bunk and everything, he on the bottom bunk. I see how he look. He like a kind of chubby dude, a little shorter than me. You know what I mean? Like he was losing his hair, you know what I mean, a little bit. Look, he kind of gave me like a crazy, like, I don't know, I caught crazy, like by scanning him real quick as I walked in and like he on the bed, he sit up from the bed with a door, but when he sat up, real quick, and it's like, I didn't get no crazy vibes back, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, it was just different. So he's standing up and he like, hey man, you want the bottom bunk? I'm like, so I'm looking at him like, damn, like he giving me the bottom bunk. Like, you know, usually when you come into a room, you get on the top. You know what I mean? Unless somebody really like the bottom, don't like the bottom bunk. So I'm like, yeah, let me get the bottom bunk. He was like, look, man, Jimmy, man, but everybody calls me Jimbo. So he dapped me up. I'm like, what's up, man? That's good. So the CO was like, all right, y'all good. All right, close 36. Boom. They close the door. He started putting stuff on the top bunk. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, man. He's like, this pod sucks, man. He's like, they moved me here because I had too many charges. And shit, I just got the penitentiary. I said, you just got the penitentiary? He was like, yeah, I just got the penitentiary, man. Like, I haven't even been in prison long, man. I left receiving, came here and caught a lot of charges. I don't know, because my charges from receiving and they put me in here. He was like, but as soon as I got off the bus, they put me in the hole. Then they told me I was coming here. Like, and he was like, I caught charges in the hole too. So I'm like, what, doing? Catch a charge? I'm like, what you be doing? He said, man, I just don't like administration, man. I don't like police. I don't like cops. I don't like COs. So I was like, all right, man. So I went on to start making my stuff, making my bed. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, you know what I mean? But like, still though, like, you know what I mean? We locked in a cell a minute. We in some non-privileged pod type of situation right now, y'all. Like, this isn't a good place to be in a cell with somebody that's on some maniac time. But like, I didn't look at like he was gonna be on that type of time, because I'm like, okay, that happened in the hole. He was at receiving, whatever the case. That's your business, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I be chilling. I ain't gonna lie, like. My main objective is to get out this pod. I'm like, I'm not gonna get stuck in this pod. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back to regular population. So I'm not gonna be in here like wilding out and doing none of that stuff. I'm standing for count. You know what I mean? I'm standing for every count. I'm not gonna buck on the light. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not catching no charges. So I'm telling you, whatever you do, Jimbo, you know what I mean? Respectfully, bro, like that's on you. You know what I mean? Like I'm he like, oh, I respect that. Yeah, I respect that, man. I'm not like that, man. You know, I just a lot, man. I was like, that's what's up, man. But I ain't trying to catch no cases. So long as we cool with that, you know what I mean? Everything good. He was like, yeah, everything good. I was like, that's what's up there. So, boom. You know what I mean? So now I'm in there with him. You know what I mean? Now I'm in there with Jimbo a little bit of time go by. You know what I mean? Me and Jimbo, we jive chilling. Like, we didn't have nothing in common, though, to be honest with you, because Jimbo, he didn't watch no sports. He ain't do none of that shit. The only thing Jimbo did is watch Law and Order SVU every damn day. Like, y'all know that shit be on from morning to night. And he used to watch that junk all day, every day. Like, that was his shot. That was what he looked at on TV all the time. And he used to be on the top bunk. He had his 13-inch TV, you know what I mean? I had a 13-inch TV that had just started selling them joints. So both of us had TV, so that was a good thing. And, you know, we was locked down, like I was telling y'all, no rat, nothing like that jumping off. Like, it was still, they still kind of looked out slightly because they started playing movies. You know what I mean? This is like a little bit after Sussa started playing movies. So not only did they start playing movies on Fridays, like they started like just playing shit every day almost. Like I can remember when I'm in the non-privileged part around this time, like time used to go by certain ways. Like I'm in that joint, they throw the Sopranos marathon on. Y'all know I was late to the party. The Sopranos marathon, I'm locked in on that joint. He played everything that he could play all the way up till it was finished. I watched all of that in the room. You know what I mean? Like, we in the room all the time. They feeding us and all that. So, Jimbo, you know what I mean? He's not really no threat to me, or he's not pushing nothing at me. And he kind of was, all right, Sully. Why? Because he stay his ass on that top bunk. He don't really be bothering me. You know what I mean? We both had TVs. I would have my headphones and he'll have his headphones indefinitely. But, like, we wasn't on it like we were kicking a lot like that. You know what I mean? So, every now and then I would kick it with him, like just say something to him. Not really kicking it, but like just say something to him and see what his answer be. Like, yeah, Jimbo, man, like that's crazy, man. Like, what you think about, you know what I mean? Like, who the president, like this different things, like, and just see what his answer was gonna be. Like, he wasn't a crazy guy, you know what I mean? He answered right and he knew everything, the right things to say and all that. So I tell you, he wasn't crazy. I just looked at it like he was my celly. We don't really gotta be friends to kick it and do all that. We just in the room together. I'm not staying in here alone. And that's how I looked at it, you know what I mean? So everything was straight. Everything was cool in there with me and Jimbo. You know what I mean? I can remember one night I'm asleep, you know what I mean? And I wake up, I used to go to sleep like in that non-privilege. I would probably go to sleep sometimes just from laying in the bed all damn day. Like I would probably doze off like 9 something. You know what I mean? Like my body was so relaxed. I've been laying down so much. Like I'll probably doze off 9 something, but I'll wake up like 12 something. You know what I mean? Like and catch something on TV, just be up, you know what I mean? So I can remember I would sleep, you know what I mean? I have a headphone. Man, I went to sleep my CL20s. I don't like doing that. Took them joints off. And that's what kind of woke me up. You know what I mean? So when I took them off, I put them on the table. I was like, looked at the clock, 3:40. Try to lay back down. I was like, and I heard, oh, no, get off me, man. And I got up and looked. I was like, I'm looking up. I was like, and he said, no. I was like, yo, Jimbo. He went, oh. That motherfucker was, man, listen, man, that motherfucker looked like I splashed water on him. His face was so freaking wet, pause. Like he was sweaty as a bitch. I was like, damn, it looked like he was running sprints. It looked like he was doing suicides, that type of sweat. Like he was super duper. I was like, damn, bro, you all right? He was like, I have nightmares from time to time, like, you know. I was like, yo, bro, I was like, what's up? What's that you crying for, Jimbo? He was like, fucking lost my family, man. He started wiping his tears. He was like, it's nothing, man. So he just rolled over and went to sleep. I'm like, I'm standing on the floor like, damn, I hope they ain't move me in the cell with a goddamn lunatic, y'all. So boom. You know what I mean? That's all right, man. People have nightmares. We are in prison. Who knows what people did? Like, some people hurt people out there and dream about the stuff that they done wrong. Like, you know what I mean? You have nightmares, man. Like, that's people have nightmares on the street, but a nightmare in prison is different because sometimes you dream about the stuff you've done. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff that people done that are in prison are evil. You know what I mean? So like, you fight your demons your different ways. And I felt like that's what Jimbo was doing. You know what I mean? So commissary come one day. So when commissary come one day, I see Jimbo. Jimbo want to only order nothing but coffee, soups, chips. He used to like the sardines, which I hated because when he opened that stuff, that shit was stinking like a bitch. But he used to eat like different little things. He wouldn't eat sweets as much, you know what I mean? But he would have his stuff. So we go to commissary. I got all my shit. So I got my blacks, you know what I mean? I'm getting right, picking my shit up, you know what I mean? Fixing these what I'm gonna eat tonight, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, right, goddamn. He get off the bed. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, shit crazy. He was like, man, I got fucking $179 left on my books, man. He was like, how the fuck you think that's gonna last me? He said, I order 40 every time. He said, this is probably what, 3 more stores? I was like, so what, you can't get your peoples to sell you shit? He was like, yeah, my peoples, man, they don't, you know, like, you know, I still talk to my wife and my kids and shit. I'm like, damn, what you divorced? He was like, nah, I mean, it could be in the process, man, but you know, nah. I'm like, man, shit, that's crazy, Jimbo, man. And I seen him do this. He was like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what's up, Jimbo? You all right? He was like, fuck my life up, man. Fucked it up, man. I said, how you fuck your life up, man? I turned around the box, pause. I was like, how you fuck your life up? He was like, he sat down on the toilet. He was like, yeah, lost my family, man. I said, man, Jimbo, why the fuck you in here? I said, what you do, man? What you did? Some dumb shit? He was like, I said, what you? I said, you unalive somebody? He was like, I said, Jimbo, what the fuck happened, man? Because we in the cell now. We not going nowhere for months. I'm not going no damn well. So I'm like, if he asks me about what's going on, I'll tell him. You know what I mean? Like, we won't like I hated him. We just didn't kick it as much. So I'm like, well, Jimbo, what you in here for, man? He was like, murder. I said, for real, man? I said, nah, Jimbo, not you, man. I said, you look like you won't hurt a damn fly. He was like, I'm waiting, man. He said, man, one day, he said, I drive trucks, man. He said, I'm a tractor trailer driver. He said, I drive tractor trailers. He said, we live, I forgot what town. This is freaking he live out in Hicktown of Virginia, some damn, I ain't gonna say Hicktown, but somewhere, you know what I mean? I forgot the name of it, but it's somewhere not familiar. You know what I mean? One of them type of spots. But he like, yo, I drove trucks, man. And, you know, I used to drive trucks. And he was like, you know, it's me, my wife, my 2 daughters. And, you know, we have a great family, man. You know, I got us a house. I'm supporting them. I make sure I work hard for my kids. And I do everything, man. I go on the road 4 days a week and I'm home 3 days and I'm off 4 days and I'm on 3 days. He was like, I have my schedule right. And I just, you know, I still didn't please my fucking wife, man. I was like, what the hell you mean you still didn't please her? Like, what? Like, what happened? He was like, he said, man, one day I was supposed to left, man. And the whole time he's talking, tears is just dropping. It's just coming out of his damn face. Like him reliving this situation. Like he needed to probably sometime vent and talk about this, which I was there, his celly, you know what I mean? He's doing it with me, but like just to relive this whole shit, like it looked like he just was, it was burning him up inside, man. Like it looked so fucked up. He was like, man, I left to go a 2-day road trip. He said, I get to the station where my truck is at. He said, my truck isn't working, man. He said, it's wouldn't crank up, man. He said, you know, from time to time it fucks up, man. And you know, I just was like, man, fuck, man. I'm just gonna go back home to my family, man. Maybe this is a sign, because when things happen like this, as your truck driver, man, like you take it as blessings, man. When you know, you want to make money, but sometimes you just chill with your family, man. He was like, man, you know, so I said I was gonna surprise my wife, man, because our kids were at a slumber party. I said I was gonna surprise my wife, man. So I asked the guy at the shop to give me a ride home. He said, man, I get dropped off. He said, I walk in my house. He said, I get a beer. He says, I'm drinking a beer. He said, I hear him moaning. I said, what? So now I'm getting to where this, now I'm understanding where this story is going slightly, because like, this is wild. But I never had a front row seat to a story so crazy, y'all. Like, this was crazy right here, man. He was like, drinking a beer. He said, I heard moaning. He said, then I heard it again. He said, I dropped the beer. I said, you dropped the beer? He said, I dropped the beer. He said, the beer cracked on the floor. He said, I couldn't believe it. He said, I walked in. He said, I walked down the hallway. He said, the hallway looked like it was a mile long. I'm walking to our fucking bedroom. He said, they had the one floor house, like the big ass one floors and those upstairs. He said, I'm walking to the bedroom, man. And I walk and I look. And there's a dude fucking pounding my fucking wife brains in, man. He said, they didn't fucking hit a bottle hit the fucking floor, man. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, my fucking God, man. Stop playing, Jimbo, man. He was like, not fucking playing, man. He was like, I said, you watched? He was like, as long as I could, man. He said, he didn't fucking see me standing in the fucking door, man. I said, what you do next? He said, I don't remember. He said, the police tell me what I did. My wife told me what I did. But I don't fucking remember, man. I said, but what the fuck? Like, you don't remember shit? He was like, no. I said, so what the fuck they get you on? Like, he said, murder. I said, well, how did you, like, what you shot him? Like, what the fuck did you do? He was like, he said, I beat him with my bare hands, man. And when he said that, I looked at Jimbo fucking hands. Man, them shits that look like fucking King Kong fingers. Like, he wasn't tall as shit, but his fucking hands that look like some fucking, like, some goddamn King Kong fingers, man. Them shits was huge. And I'm looking at his knuckles, paws. I'm like, damn, he said, I beat him with my bare fist. I said, you blacked out like that? He was like, he said, I didn't know what happened till I got to the station, man. He said, when I got to the station, he said they came in there and he did a little song and dance. He did a little move like this. He was sitting on the toilet. He was like, they came in there and they did a little song and dance. And they came and told me that the only thing that'll help me right now is just telling the truth, admitting to what I done. And I didn't have a lawyer there. I didn't have nothing there. I didn't have shit, man. And then, you know, for them to tell me that I freaking unalive somebody, man, like, I don't fucking know, man. I didn't fucking know what they was talking about, man. This fucking thing, man. I said, man, listen, man. I said, look, Jimbo, man. I said, you definitely done it. You know what I mean? I said, but damn, man, like, that shit crazy, man. I done lit the block. And I'm listening to him, I'm like, this shit crazy. I almost felt like crying. I promise y'all, slightly, man, because like, y'all know that feeling you get like in your chest, slightly like you know when you about to get sad, like that started hitting me because like Jimbo really didn't belong in here, man. That man ain't do shit wrong, but go to work every damn day, man. He come home and caught his damn wife, man, cheating on him, man, in they fucking house, in they bed. The man blacked out, man. The police say he beat the man with his fucking bare hands to death. He beat the shit out dude, man. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so what you do? He was like, I told him, I didn't remember, then I just submitted to it, man. They told me I'd done it. It had to happen if they told me I'd done it. I wouldn't be in the police station if it didn't happen. I was like, yeah. I said, man, you should ask for a lawyer though, man. I was like, damn. Then it hit me because I was locked up with a couple of people that I knew was doing this type of thing. Not doing that, but they, you know what I mean? But I heard about this before. I was like, you didn't try to get crime by passion, but I was like, you ain't trying to get that? He was like, that's what my brother's the only one I have, and he don't have a lot of money. And he's trying to get me out of this fucking situation, man. I was like, hold on. How much time did you get, Jimbo? He was like, he gave me 35 years. I was like, oh, shit. I said, God damn, they gave bro the rat game. I said, damn, man, yeah, nigga, the rat. I still got the motherfucking goddamn tarantula, man. I said, oh my God. I said, so you got a chance of getting back in court? I said, bro, because that's a crime by passion, bro. I said, bro, your wife is cheating in your house. He was like, I fucking signed the plea bargain. I said, the plea bargain was for 35? He said, they was talking about giving me life. I was like, oh man. I said, Jimbo, man, I'm sorry to say this shit, man. You might be fucked, Jimbo, so boom. And I had to keep it honest with him at that particular moment because he put himself in a tough situation, man. He signed the plea for 35 years. He did take somebody out, but he also caught the man in his house sleeping with his wife. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know the law as much, but all I know is it could have been more. He could have done to get less. You know what I mean? For that. Now he would have went to prison, but it wouldn't have been for as long. Like he would have got less time, y'all. If you get what I'm saying, he would have had less time. Like it would have been way less time, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like 15, 10, something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, after that story, y'all, I'm just like, I kept it honest with him. And I'm just like, damn, Jimbo, man. Like, so like, damn, man. I was like, so what about your kids? He was like, man, they're getting older. He said, the mom, she brainwashes them, man. She tells them that I'm a freaking murderer, man. Like, they don't correspond with me. They don't reach out. They don't come see me. I lost my family, man. And I'm like, damn. I hit him on the shoulder, pause. I'm like, Jimbo, it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right, Jimbo, man. He was like, it won't, man. It won't, man. I was like, man, it'll be all right, man. Jimbo playing on the top rap. You know what I mean? I finished making my little shit. I ain't like me sitting up. I was like, I ain't waiting to see my face. Like, I went on and made my shit. Closed my box up, man. Went on and laid down for a second. I just lay on the bed thinking like, damn, man, like, I'm in this bitch complaining about 18 damn years, man. Goddamn roommate got Kevin Durant, man. I'm like, this shit crazy as a bitch. I'm like, this is wild right here, man. But at the end of the day, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is prison, man. Like, you know, you out there and you move wrong. You got to know what you're doing because you fuck up. Like, this shit like this can happen now. Somebody like Jimbo, like, he's the person that I'm talking about in the beginning. Like, people that don't belong in prison. Like, he really didn't. This is a man that did everything he's supposed to do right every day. And look where he's at, my fucking roommate. See how life works out sometimes, man? Like, it's crazy, man. But, like, at the end of the day, man, like, he didn't deserve Kevin Durant, y'all. So, boom. You know what I mean? So, a little bit of time going for the rest of the day. Jimbo don't say shit. He don't say shit. They come through and do, like, the 9:30 count shit. You know what I mean? So, they got them counting down. Jimbo, he hated count. Count was, like, one of the things he hated. And I was saying, like, damn, you hate count like that. Like, you hate getting up. Well, why the hell you gave the bottom bunk up? You know what I mean? Like, you would have been able to get up easy to stand up for count. Now you got to climb off the toilet, either jump down like a maniac. So like, he hated when they counted. So when they used to come through and count, you know what I mean? Jimbo always buck. You know what I mean? For what reason? I don't know. But I told you, I'm at the point where I'm not telling a nigga how to do their shit. I'm going to do my shit the way I'm going to do my shit because I'm going to make this 6 months and get the fuck out of here. Anything you do is your responsibility. Anything I do is my responsibility. That's how I was carrying it. So he, a majority of the time, the lady or the people will come through. This one lady, she used to come through. You know what I mean? The lady used to work out jump. She'll work the floor like evening times and shit. She come through. They walk by our jump. I'm standing, she like, dum 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 dum. Hey, stand up, top bunk, get up. He like, but I look, Jimbo in the bed like on his knees, like on the top bunk, like basically like, you see me? She like, no, I want you on the floor. Put your feet on the floor. It's count time. He like, you can fucking see me. She said, what? He said, I looked at him like, Jimbo, what the hell you doing? He was like, That's how he jumped off the bed. That shit was powerful as a bitch. He was like, you see? She was like, she slid. They leave. I'm like, Jimbo, what the fuck you doing, man? I was like, why you buck on count, bro? Like, you trying to stay in this shit? He was like, it don't make me no fucks. Yeah, fuck that shit. I don't got nothing to fucking lose any fucking way. I was like, man, yes you do, man. You gotta do your being comfortable, man. I said, how the hell you gonna get your brother to help you fight your shit if you and this bitch acting like a psycho? He was like, yeah, you right. I mean, I was like, all right, that's your life, though. I left him alone. You know what I mean? Damn, a couple more days go by. I'm in that bitch, I'm chilling. I got the headphones on. I see them come through with the mail, take the jumps off. I come through. First jump, so I sell it. Second two jumps was me. I'm like, ready to jump. I hear him, handing the letter and shit. Threw my headphones back on. Now, took the jokes off. We in the envelope. Mom Dukes. Yeah. All I hear is, I'm like, shit scared the shit out of me. That nigga jumped off a bed like he was jumping off a tree like King Kong. I was like, you all right? He was like, nigga went to the toilet. He was like, he just started ripping the shit up. He was like, he threw it in the toilet. I was like, Jimbo, what the fuck you doing, man? What you doing, Jimbo, man? He was like, my wife's getting remarried, man. She's fucking gonna take my fucking family, man. She's getting fucking remarried, man. I was like, I said, yo, Jimbo, man. I said, damn, man. I said, man, she got the audacity, man. I said, this lady got the audacity. Like, that shit was cold-blooded. Now, I'm not saying she can't move on, or I'm not saying that she expected her husband to King Kong Bundy punch this man to death. I didn't think she was probably expecting those things to happen. But you were fucking cheating on this man. You were cheating on this man, got this man to fucking waste his life by taking this dude out because he blacked out. You know what I mean? Like, now you getting remarried after 3 years? I'm like, damn, this lady cold-blooded. He like, yeah, the door, he like, man, they just start punching the door on some psycho shit, like on some old, on some Vin Rains on Baby Boy, like some. I'm like, yo, man, chill, man. He was like, he headbutted the door. I was like, what the fuck? This nigga headbutted the door. He's like, I said, Jimbo, chill the fuck out, Jimbo, man. The hell is wrong with you? He was like, fuck, man. This shit crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, man. Fuck, man. You're gonna fucking take my kids. I'm saying in my head, like, your kids won't even reaching out to you. That's the reality of the situation. I couldn't tell him that. Jimbo's just going through his transition of being a nigga that's locked up, that lost everything. Because that's what happens when you get locked up, people. You lose everything. So, boom. Shit's crazy as a bitch, man. Since that day right there, Jimbo has never been the damn same again. He hasn't. Like, he started doing this. Like, we come out for an hour, you know what I mean? Like, we come out for an hour in the morning, hour at night. You know what I mean? You better make your mind up what the hell your ass want to do. You want to play cards? You want to wash your ass? You want to get on the phone? What you want to do? You want to make you something to eat real quick? Like, you ain't got a lot of options. You got 1 hour. And then you taking up time for the next teal to come out. You know what I mean? So you got an hour. You know what I mean? This nigga Jimbo started bucking. This nigga wouldn't even come out. On them hours, I'm coming out. Gonna give me a shower. It's probably 20 minutes left. We in the park talking for 20 minutes. Yeah, bro. Lockdown! Y'all niggas, man. You don't got a lot of time to do shit. But when them doors open, I'm going to wash my ass. That's what I'm going to do. So I ain't pinning at first. You know what I mean? Door up, wash my ass. Like Wednesday come around, doors open again. I come out my shower bag, but this time it seemed like goddamn something hit me. Pause. I was like, I look back. I scanned that nigga ass. I was like, dirty motherfucker. I said, yo, Jimbo, hey, look. I said, man, look, man, you gotta wash your ass. We ain't here too long, Jimbo, man. Like, come on, bro. I know you fucked up. I said, Jimbo, I know shit fucked up. I said, but you gotta wash your ass, man. We can't be in here like grown men and you ain't washing your ass, man. Like, come on, man. Tighten up, Jimbo, man. He was like, nigga jump off the bed, powerful as a bitch, and grabbed his bag. And stormed out, went to the shower. I'm like, he beat me to the shower I was gonna go to. I'm like, motherfucker. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. So he took his shower, he finished, I took my shower. You know what I mean? I go back and put my stuff up. He's still in the cell. He ain't even come out for no wreck. You know what I mean? So I would go out for the last bit of minutes. Telling my homeboys, like, yo, man, I'm selling, man. Like, that nigga going through a lot, yo. His wife a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't telling his business. I'm just like, yo, he going through a lot. But, like, he ain't gonna be in that room being no trifling motherfucker, though. That's what he's not gonna do. Not be a trifling motherfucker living with me. That's not gonna happen, my friend. No. It won't happen. So, this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm thinking. Because it's not gonna fucking happen. Jimbo, you gonna wash your ass. I don't care what's going on. You know what I mean? So, but still, though, like, I know how to approach him. I know how to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to come at him on to get him to black out on me because I'm not the enemy. You know what I mean? I ain't do nothing to you, Jimbo. You know what I mean? Like, I listened to your whole story, bro. Like, I had compassion. I felt bad for you. But the situation is the situation. I can tell you my story and tell you I got 14 years left to serve. And, like, my situation is my situation. We can't change the situations. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, with all this going on, even with you, with all this on you, with all this shit you have when your kids don't fuck with you, your wife is remarrying, you fucking caught a crazy ass unalive charge, like all this shit going on, like you still have to find a way to be like to keep moving, basically, man. And like that's how I'll go at him. I'm not gonna go at him on no bullshit like to get him to snap out, nothing like that, because I had fuck with him. You know what I mean? So we locked down and shit. Goddamn, going to sell and shit, man. I was like, yo, Jimbo, man, look, man. I was like, Jimbo, man, like, I know I don't know you like that. I said, I know we only been in the sale about a month and change, you know what I mean? I said, but at the end of the day, though, Jimbo, man, I was like, bro, if we're going to live in here, we got to kind of like, you know what I mean, make sure everything's straight. I said, I wash my ass because I don't want to come in here and have you smelling my ass. You know what I mean? So, like, we in here too long to be bucking 2 days without showers and shit, you know what I mean? 2-3 days. He was like, I understand, Bo. I understand, Bo. But it's fucked up right now. It's like just trying to just fucking get my fucking brain twisted around this fucking shit, but I'm just fucked up right now. What the fuck, man? Like fucking washing my fucking balls. This is not important right now. Like pause wasn't invented yet, but like still though, I'm like, I looked at it like, come on, like, man. I'm like, you know what I mean though, Jimbo, man. Like he was like, man, we're fucking cool, man. We're cool. I was like, all right. Pound him up. I went back to my bed, man. Let Jimbo do him again, man. Jimbo got to fight his own demons. Jimbo got to go through his own shit of life. Jimbo should have told the people that the man was in there sleeping with his wife. That's why he done what he done, and he would have got crime of passion. All he had to do is just ask for a lawyer. A lot of us hasn't been in a situation where we know the rules to what we do when we get arrested. So I can't blame Jimbo for moving wrong. It happens. There's a million people in there that move wrong before the lawyers came into the room, and they're doing time for it right now that I met. So at the end of the day, I got to let Jimbo do him. It's his life. I gotta let him do him. They come through and count. You know what I mean? They come through and count. Goddamn lady walk by. I look back. Jimbo just getting off the bed. He like, he ain't jump off this time. He take the toilet way down. He like. The lady like. She gritted on his ass. She like. She did it. You know what I mean? I'm like, this nigga Jimbo crazy. Jimbo's fucking psycho. Lady leave. You know what I mean? He get back on his bed and shit. You know what I mean? Damn, man. He was like, you know, fuck, I fucking hate that fucking bitch. He was like, she's a bitch. I don't give a fuck. She's a bitch. I'm like, sure, I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. You know what I mean? He was like, she's a fucking bitch. I'm telling you, she's a fucking bitch, man. Like, she fucking comes here and she's fucking to see somebody like me in a fucking jail cell on a fucking top bunk in this fucking little ass room. She looks through this fucking rectangle door every fucking day and she fucking smirks at me because she sees me in this fucking predicament, man. I'm like, man, I know, bro, but like, I mean, she's a CO. Like, you gotta do all those things you said. Like, what the fuck, Jimbo, man? He's like, not funny. He hit me with that. I got serious. That man said, it's not funny. I said, so what you saying? He like, I'm saying, like, fuck her. Fuck her. I'm serious about it. Fuck her. Now I'm like, so what you saying? Like, it's not funny though. Like, he was like, sorry again, man. Like he'll do shit that'll almost bring the psycho out of me, like flames. Kick his ass. No, chill. Let's see what he say first. I gotta chill. And he'll say shit and do shit like that he know that'll get his ass tossed up in this bitch. Pause. He know it. But he will say it and apologize. Like he will squash it quick. And I don't want no damn problem. So I was happy about that. He didn't give a threat like I gotta watch him when I go to sleep. No, it wasn't like that. It's just he had a slick ass mouth. Even through all this shit, he got a slick ass mouth. I told y'all what he told me in the beginning. He didn't even make it to population because he had so many fucking charges from receiving. You know what I mean? They put him straight into non-privilege. And now I see why. Because he's not great with administration. Like, he's one of them dudes that hate the COs. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this shit. You know what I mean? I waited for a little bit. I stood up. I was like, yo, Jimbo. He took his head. I was like, hey, look, why you hate the COs so much? He was like, he sat up a little bit. He was like, because those motherfuckers tricked me into a confession. I'm saying in my head, you trick your damn self. But I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, I mean, yeah. I said, but you do know this though, right? I said, the police job, the investigator's job, all those people's job is to manipulate you to tell the truth. That's what they do. They can do that illegally. You know what I mean? I was like, that's their job, Jimbo. So like, anybody knows when they go down and ask for a lawyer. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that, Jimbo. I said, I know you don't watch movies. He said, I don't watch movies. I just fucking drive trucks. So he got slick again to my just fucking drive truck. I said, I know that. I said, but look, Jimbo, let me give you this advice, and I'm gonna leave it at this. I said, you can't take what happened to you in your jail, in your county, out on all these CEOs that's working in prison. I said, because it's gonna be a no-win situation for you, Jimmy. Look at me. I said, look at me. He was like, I said, it's gonna be a no-win situation for you, man. I said, take my word on this shit. I'm not telling you nothing wrong. I'm just telling you this is gonna be a no-win fucking situation for you, Jimmy, man. He was like, all those motherfuckers are snakes. And I would never fucking like them, and I would never fucking agree to do nothing I don't want to motherfucking do anytime they motherfucking ask me. He said motherfucking so many goddamn times, he lost me in the sentence. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, we're cool, man. He squashed it with me again. I'm like, all right, let it alone. Leave it alone. You know what I mean? Next count roll around. Count roll around. Yeah, man, ladies come by. I'm standing up. Looking at my TV, I'm like, look, see Jimbo. Jimbo's still in the bed like this. They're like, get your ass up out that bed right now before I write you up right now. Jimbo was like, he sat up, he was like, we're in the fucking non-privileged part. You want us to fucking stand every fucking day? You fucking see me on this fucking top bunk. She was like, what? He said, you fucking see me on this top bunk. She said, get your lazy ass off that top bunk right now. Jimbo said, you happy? She was like, she walked down and jumped. He was like, you stupid bitch. Word. I was like, I look back like, Jimbo, what the fuck you? Goddamn. 10 seconds later, she doubled back. What you say? Repeat that. What you say? Jimbo already back on the bed. He like, she said, nah, be a man and repeat what the fuck you said. He said, you're a stupid bitch. She was like, okay. She did. I'm like, oh shit. She say that. Jimbo, man. I'm like, yo, what the fuck did you do, man? I was like, man, they gonna lock your dumb ass up. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care no fucking more, man. Fuck this shit. Fuck it, man. I don't want to be around a roommate. I said, you don't want your TV no more? He said, fucking TV, man. I'm fuck this shit, man. Fuck it, I got nothing anymore. You fucking understand? I'm like, yo, saying though, Jimbo, man, like it could be other things, man. You don't gotta go out like this, Jimbo, man. Like, what the fuck? You just cursed the lady out for nothing, bro. He was like, he couldn't even hold this shit anymore. This shit was hitting me. That nigga just started crying. I'm like, oh, fuck, man. That shit crazy. I heard slide over here. Niggas like, police coming in here, they coming on the top tier. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I grabbed my TV off the box and like, he didn't even notice when I did that. Took that shit off the box, put that bitch on the bed. I'm like, fuck. What the hell going on? Next thing you know, our cell open. I'm like, so I get up. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm looking like, what the fuck y'all want? I know what they want, but I get up just to make sure they can know what the fuck is going on. Black dude, white dude. Who called you a bitch? Black dude, white dude. White dude did it. I'm the black dude. Let me escape. I don't want to be a part of this ass whooping. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm trying to stay 6 months charge free to do what, y'all? Get the fuck out of this nightmare. So I don't have nothing to do with this shit. I was making sure they knew that. So they opened the door, and nigga Jimbo kind of like walked to the back, and I'm walking to the front. As he walked to the back, I'm like this. So I get like the toilet is like right here, like in front of me. Like if I gotta step over the toilet to get to the main door, to the cell door. So I'm like right there though. I'm still in the front. He's in the back. Lieutenant dude come in, he was like, then I seen a big ass black dude that be having the dog. Then I seen that other diesel ass black dude that be having the dog. He got the silvers in his mouth. Both of these niggas are like psychos. They didn't even work the pod. These niggas got big ass dogs with them all day. They got the canines. Goddamn niggas come in and like, you want to repeat what you said? Jimbo was like, he did the white dude square up like without throwing his hands up. He was like, they say, you want to repeat what you said? Jimbo was like, she heard what I said clearly. Dude was like, what? Say it again. I dare you to say it again. You already going to jail, but say it again. I dare you to say it again. Jimbo was like, man, she's a bitch. When he said that, man, that's my word. The dude with the silvers grabbed that nigga. And when he grabbed that nigga, man, the only thing I could do is get on the toilet. I got on the toilet. I put my feet on the toilet. Man, they grabbed that nigga. He slammed Jimbo from the back of the pod, back of the cell to the middle of that bitch. He was like, he grabbed that nigga. He was like, boom! Jimbo's feet, that nigga feet hit the wall. His feet hit the wall as he was slamming them. You know when Tyson, his feet hit the wall. Boom! He slammed Jimbo ass. Man, they get his ass. They cuff his ass. Jimbo bucking. He said, oh yeah, that's what we want. Man, niggas just start beating his ass, kneeing him, kicking him. I was like, oh shit. Man, I'm right there. They whooping his ass. I'm like this on the toilet. I'm like, I couldn't do nothing but climb on the damn, I'm on the sink. They beating his ass right there. I'm like, I did a goddamn Polly off Rocky when goddamn Polly was watching Mr. T fighting the exhibition. He seen Mr. T whooping that nigga ass. I said, they were hitting that nigga. I was like, ah, this shit scared me. I was like, fuck. He got up, boom, they drove that nigga ass out in the pod. I was like, they right there in front of the door. They dragging his handcuff, get his ass. Nigga still got a nigga with the silver just bowling his ass right, hitting his ass right in the stomach. Jimbo like, Jimbo getting his ass whooped. I'm like, oh shit. The niggas get that nigga out, come down off the jump. CO nigga was like, stay in the cell. I was like, they were like, close 36. Boom, door closed. I come to the door. I'm looking. Man, them niggas taking Jimbo ass out like this, down the steps. That nigga they get out the end of the steps, they drop his ass. Boom! He fall around his stomach and chin. Boom! And they got like a dead fish in the ground. Boom! Get him up. Get him up. They got him up. They put that nigga on the table. Boom! Slam his ass on the table. I said, damn, man, they gonna beat his ass again when they take him to the hole. Shh. Jimbo didn't want to listen to me, man. Jimbo crashed out, man. But like, can you blame him? Like, people go through their own shit. People go through their own shit where they gotta fight their demons in prison. Y'all, like, this is a story of someone that didn't belong in there, but he's in there. But the way he's choosing to do his time because he's in there is the wrong way. You know what I mean? But who am I? Who are you? Who is anybody to tell him how to do his fucking time after he just fucking hurt somebody that was sleeping with his wife? Then he go to the jail and the police trick him to sign a confession. The man got Kevin Durant, man, 35 fucking years for that charge, man. Like, so his brain is all over the fucking place. His brain is all over the fucking place, man. But they whooped his ass. They beat his motherfucking ass. They beat the shit out of Jimbo Slice, man. You hear me? They beat the living shit out of him, man. Jimbo got his ass whooped, man. That was the moral of the story. They whooped his ass. Man, Jimbo had 35 years. So I told y'all they did the non-privileged part and they did the joint where if your release date was past 2029, you had to go to one building. Jimbo was required for that, man. He ended up going to one building. I'll say like a year later and change. I ended up seeing Jimbo again. I was in 2C, getting ready to go to Lawrenceville, you know what I mean? And I see him in one building. And we was on the yard, and they coming back from child. I see one building, niggas talking in one building. Then I seen Jimbo coming down, he was walking. He was like, cause I never really seen him walk like, you know what I mean? We've been in the cell the whole fucking time. He was walking, he was like, nah, he ain't walk like that. He was walking, he was like, I said, Jimbo! He was like, oh, hey, G White, what's going on? I was like, what's up, man? You all right now, man? He was like, yeah, man, shh. I want to say that ass whooping goddamn block some sensitivity on dumb ass. I didn't say it though. He was like, yeah, man, I'm cool, man. He got me the fucking life of block though, man. You know, fuck it, man. You know, I was like, man, you'll be all right, man. You know what I mean? I said, at least you got a release date, man. He was like, It'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. I was like, man, I'm gonna holler at you, man. He walked away. I was like, damn, fucking Jimbo, man. That shit crazy, man. But that was the last time I saw him, man. That was the last time I saw him. That ass whooping definitely made him walk straight. And that's what an ass whooping in prison will do to you, man. Once you figure out you can't beat the COs. So that ass whooping got him straight, you know what I mean? Jimbo was able to deal with how he do his time, I guess, man. That was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. Y'all know I love y'all for that, man. But the main objective is staying out the way. That's what we gotta do. That's what we have to do for the rest of our life. That's what we have to spread the word of telling other people, man, to stay their ass out the way because we don't want to go to jail. We want to stay out here with our family. Period, man. And that's just point blank right there, man. I'd rather stay with my family than go to jail. And that's just what I want to do. And that's what I want from y'all. And that's what I want y'all to spread the word and tell others, man. We rather stay out here than go to jail. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the Thursday banger game. That's what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe, man. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.